Wellness Wednesdays on The Takeover, brought to you by station sponsor Kelli K Naturopath. Book your free intro call today at kellik.com.au.
Yes, Kelli K Naturopath joins us right now over Zoom. Kelli, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you going?
Yeah, going well,
Good.
feeling pretty good, pretty energized. But you know what, Kelli, I got to be honest, some days I'm just not feeling energized, and that's due to a very wacky sleep schedule. As me and Lauren are night hosts, sometimes it can be a bit out of whack, and, we don't, do the normal like 9 to 5s like everyone else does, and sometimes we're asleep later than everyone else. And so that's actually what our topic is about, Kelli. Sleep. All about sleep and why it's so important, and I guess, how we can help to manage a better lifestyle when it comes to sleep. And so, Kelli, could you tell us a little bit about the stages of sleep, first of all, and why they are so important?
Yeah, well, your body's hard at work and your mind's hard at work while we're sleeping. So there are 4 stages of sleep. Typically, the 3rd and 4th stage is sort of your deep sleep, and that tends to happen earlier in the night, and your body does so much here. It does some detoxification, it supports your immune system, it helps repair tissues. And then we have the REM sleep as well, where we tend to dream, and we do a lot of psychological processing during our sleep as well, which is also really important for our health and well-being.
Awesome. That's really interesting to learn more about the different stages of sleep. But I'm sure, as Daz just alluded to, there are a lot of people who are going to bed later in the evening, and so maybe might identify themselves as a night owl.
Yes.
Is that actually a thing? And how does that affect sleep?
Yeah, well, it's a bit, we're not entirely sure whether it's really a thing. There is some evidence that some people genetically are prone to, maybe sleeping, staying up later and sleeping in longer, or needing more sleep. But for probably the majority, it's either an occupational hazard like yourselves, or, it's more about our modern lifestyle. And the other thing that can happen is when our hormones are all out of whack, because there are the hormones melatonin and cortisol, which are part of our sleep cycle. When that pattern changes, it tends to mean that people feel their best in the evening, they're most productive later at night. And then in the mornings, they really struggle to get going. And so whether it's a real thing or whether it's just a shift in their circadian rhythm or their sleep cycle, it's probably more so the latter.
Yeah, and that's it. And our bodies sort of work like clockwork, don't they? Whenever you go to sleep at 2 a.m., the body thinks, oh, I need to stay awake longer until later on in the night. And so, it's pretty common for the body to do that. But tell us a little bit about how we can actually, do and, suit our lifestyles to help better manage a healthy sleep schedule. What are the do's and don'ts, I guess, when it comes to getting better sleep?
Yeah, well, the do's are make sure that you have a routine as much as you possibly can. So like you said, our bodies like to work within that cycle, within those patterns. So trying to go to bed the same time each night and trying to have a bit of a wind down routine before bed is really, really important. And trying to get some light, natural light on your eyes in the morning, particularly early in the day, because the light, when it hits the back of our retinas, helps to signal to our brain when it's daytime, and then obviously when it's dark, it's nighttime. So actually getting that natural light early in the day is really important for keeping that pattern going. In terms of the don'ts, probably a couple of key ones is one, screen time. Screen time right up until bed.
Yes, guilty.
No one wants to hear that. But the blue light and having that artificial light constantly is constantly signaling to your brain that, it's actually 4 o'clock in the afternoon, not 10 o'clock at night. So really tricky, but important to do that if you can, and try not to use alcohol to help with sleep. So even though alcohol can help you fall asleep, we know that when you're using that to help with sleep, it actually really reduces the quality of sleep. So you're not actually going to get a good, deep, restful sleep if you're using alcohol before that. They would be my top things. Top tips.
Yeah, very good. I guess a healthy practice is to make sure that your bed is only for sleep, not for doom scrolling on Instagram or anything like that.
Yes.
So
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
And not to work in your bed.
No,
Yes.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, my helpful hint is put your charger away from your bed so that your
Yes.
alarm, you have to get up out of your bed
Literally,
to turn
I've
it off.
started doing that as of like a few days ago. So there you go.
Yeah, it's really helpful.
That
and
is a great tip,
then you're
actually,
putting your
Lauren.
phone over there before you get into bed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
very good.
Or even better, get an old-fashioned alarm and put your phone in a different room.
Oh, amazing. Kelli Kay, thank you so much for joining us for another edition of our Wellness Wednesday. And if people want to find out more about sleep and more about a little bit about what you do, they can visit your website, I believe, kellik.com.au. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Yes, absolutely. You can head there for more info.
Very good. Well, Kelli, thank you so much for joining us for another edition of Wellness Wednesday, and we're very, very keen to chat with you again in 2 weeks' time. So, Kelli, have a great rest of your night, and I hope a great sleep.
Wellness Wednesdays on the Takeover, brought to you by station sponsor Kelli Kay Naturopath. Book your free intro call today at kellik.com.au.